Hi guys, today I'm going to take you to the Kirdi purchase requisition. First you have to log in. So when you log in, you need your email address and your password to be given by the IT team. Now I got purchase requisition, I will raise a requisition. So automatically when you create a requisition, all these details will populate: your department, your director, your deputy director, your assistant director, your professional opinion, budget manager, which is a finance approver, and also the dates. The requisition date will automatically approve. So for each person you have a different details here which will be populated. So I may be from the corporate services, another person from another department, so still it will populate depending on your details. This one has already been set up, and if you find that these details are not correct, please inform the IT team so that they can correct, or the procurement team. So once you populate, it will populate, and then we need to add the items we want to buy. Going to select the items from here. I need maybe to say I need a chair. I need also photocopying papers. I need a spectrometer. Is it a spectrometer or what? Spectrophotometer. Then I need also another item. There, headset, that. So I need those four. You can change also the quantities from here if you want more than this units, and then I save. It will ask you reason for requisition. I need to add the reasons for each of this product. If it is restocking or whatever the reason, you need to put all the reasons there. Then you save. Once you save, you click send for approval. When you click send for approval, it will change the status. Right now it is in the new status. It will change to waiting for HOD. If your next approval is a HOD, or waiting for deputy director, assistant director, sorry, if your next approval is assistant director. So automatically the system knows if the person to approve it is a is assistant director or the head of division. So, and beside that one, when I click send for approval, it is also going to send an alert to my assistant director, like here to send an alert to Tama Leve, who is my assistant director. So it will process and send the alert to here, and Tama Lele, when he opens the email, you see that alert. So once you see the alert, he will approve it. Now it has moved from new to assistant, waiting for assistant director approval. Now you can see I can do nothing. So I'm going to log in as an assistant director, who is my next person. The assistant director is Tama Leve, but I'll use the admin account so that I can go very fast. So I'll log out and log in as an admin. So you can see what the assistant director does. Admin, login. So I think it should be admin also, the password. Now from here I go to the requisition. Remember, you see the link in the email, but I'm just going through directly so that you can see. This is the requisition number 152. As a divisional head of division or assistant director, you'll only see your own requisitions, the one that you are supposed to approve. So I will open it. Now you can see there's the button here, HOD approver. If I'm the HOD, it will show HOD approver. If I'm the assistant director, it will show assistant director approver. So you can decide to reject or to approve. So click approve. Now it will move to deputy director approval, and my deputy director here is Mark Sechangi. Your department may have a different deputy director. You still go to that person, it will send an alert to his email. He will click on the email and then he will approve it, still the same way. So the system works by alerts, alerting your next line of manager. So you can see the state, it has moved to deputy director approval with Mark Sechangi. So Mark will get an email. Mark will log in, and then he will see this button here. Remember, we logged in as administrator, so I'm seeing everything. You see this button called deputy director. Then he will click on it, and if it's your deputy director, you see that button, and then he clicks on it. So clicking on it is the process of approving. When we tell you that your manager has not approved, what it means that the deputy director has not approved. Next, it will be the finance department or the budget approval. They need to approve the budget, the finance team. So for me, my finance manager is Mark Sechangi. You can your real system will have a different finance manager. So what they need to do is just to click here, finance approval, budget approval. Then it will ask you, please add budget account for each product requested. So what you need to do is to click edit, and then you come down here. Under budget, you select the budget needed for this item. I'll say this one is needed by consumables, and just say this is consumables. Let me say this is IT. Then I say this comes from the budget item consumables, and then this one comes from the budget item. Let me just say ID. For the real system, it will be different budget items. So once you save, when the finance manager saves, he will click approval, finance manager approval in the real system, right, like this, budget approval. So when he clicks, it moves now to CEO approval, to move to the CEO next. So, and the CEO will also get an alert, so meaning the CEO will get an alert of all the requisitions that are in the department. So you can see it's now moved to CEO. So the CEO now will click on the link he has got in the email. It will open this requisition, and then you click on director approval. So when it approves, now it goes to procurement, waiting for procurement. So the procurement can now decide to budget for the item. Now you can see this under procurement. So when procurement clicks procurement approval, it will tell him, please add requisition action. Requisition action is basically the way to procure, to get these items, and it is here under here, requisition action. So you just click here, you say this item here, chair blue, that, click on the top down. It has all the procurement methods. Internal transfer means I want it to come from the warehouse. It's available in the warehouse, go and pick it in the warehouse. So I select internal transfer. So this one, low value, is a method of procurement. These items of low value, force account, you know it. Direct procurement, open tender, we know. Restricted tender, we know. And RFQ. This is the procurement team who will decide the method of procurement for these items. Let me say for this first one is we are going to do that is a chair. Let's say can we do a chair buckler sealer with arms? Let's say it's open tender chair. And then photocopying papers, let's say it's available in the stores. I pick internal transfer. And then for spectrometer, let me say it is direct procurement. And then this other one, let me say it is still low value. So once you do that one, the procurement will save, and then he will approve. The system will tell him. You see what the system will tell him. He clicks approve. So it will load, and again it will send. It will create, in this stage it will create, if it is an internal transfer, it will create a transfer to the warehouse. The warehouse person will see a transfer on the dashboard. If it is open tender, it will create a tender document. If it is direct procurement, it will create a quotation. Low value, create a quotation. So it is telling, please end at least on vendor, on requisition line for requisition, direct procurement. Because this is direct procurement, you want to send a quotation directly to the supplier. It will ask you to input the vendor on the requisition line. So I'll click OK, and then I will come to under direct procurement. Direct procurement, I will supply the vendor. I'll say, let me just pick a vendor even from search more. That is direct procurement. Search more and select one vendor. If I have any vendor here, like enterprises, Aviv enterprises. You can select multiple vendors if you want, but now it's just direct procurement. We have only one. So I click approve again. Let's see what the system will tell us. So this is the work of procurement manager, Mark Sichangi. And Mark can decide to delegate this work to another person to select the method of procurement here. So you can delegate to Josephine or whoever is in the department, and John Okutu, and they can be able to do this selection here. So it still ask you at least one vendor for requisition action, low value. Low value, we need one vendor. So I just come here, edit, and then I go to low value. Under low value, I put a vendor, because this we want to send them directly. Then I save, and then procurement approval. Let's see what will happen. So what will happen is open tender, it will create a tender. Internal reference will create a transfer in the warehouse dashboard. We will see it. Direct procurement, it will create a quotation to that particular this supplier. And then low value, it will create also a quotation. Now it has moved to procurement approval. Now what has happened is this. If you come here in the warehouse request, that internal transfer has gone to the warehouse. It is here to the warehouse. The photocopying paper, remember it was photocopying papers. Now when you go to RFQ, we don't have any RFQ. Yeah, we have two. the one for low value and tender, just created add the two quotations, not RFQ, actually quotations that are going to the suppliers. So what should happen is the procurement team, or one with the procurement person, now will have to process these two plus the tender. We see where the tender is created. For the low value, he will click on it, and then he will can send the quotation to the supplier, this supplier, by email by just clicking send by email there, and then automatically it will send. For me, I don't have most of the things, and then click send, so it will go. And then the supplier will receive the quotation, and they will say, yes, I have the items, this is the price. Then they send him the price. Then he'll come back to the open this, the same the requisition, go to quotations, open this quotation, edit and add the price. Add the price there. Say let's say this is being bought at 1,200. Save, and then you'll confirm the order. Remember, it can be Mark Sichangi or anybody in the procurement departments. So they have confirmed the order. What it means is that now they have confirmed that this supplier, AK Sopran, is bringing these items on low value. So when they bring the items from it, now they can create the warehouse team will receive the item, because this is the end of procurement for low value. The items will go to the warehouse and they'll be able to receive. The warehouse team will process the bills. I'll go to the warehouse dashboard and then I'll show you how it happens. So they will have to, the warehouse team will have to print all the documents, attach them, and take to finance for payment. So let's go back to the other quotation. Was direct procurement. The same thing will happen. They can send by email. Once sending by email, and then the supplier will respond back and say, yes, I have the items. They will edit and add the price, or if they know the price, just edit, add the price here, there, and then once you add the price, save and confirm the order. Confirm means yes, we accept this person should bring the items from here. So once you have confirmed the order, you can also send the LPO to the supplier by email. It will go there by email. Then once that the items will come to the warehouse, and the warehouse person will receive them, and after receiving, the warehouse person will attach the required document and send to finance for payment. Now let's go to the process of warehouse person receiving, because you have two items on low value and direct procurement, and then there is also one item that went directly to the warehouse because it was available. These items here, and it went to Nairobi headquarter receipts here. These items. Now, for you to know where the item should be received from, maybe there are different warehouse locations. You can also update the warehouse for the persons, the locations for the person. How do you update that one? Where the items are received from, you just go here. You go to employees. Now you select your name, like for instance Samuel Warui. Then you edit, and then you go to the department here. Then you set the destination location. This is where the items will be sent. If it is Kisumu, just pick Kisumu. If it is Kisii. If it is Eldoret, just pick Eldoret. If it is Nairobi, just pick Nairobi. There is Nairobi also here. Nairobi, Malindi, Ngoma. I think this one is what? There is CEO's office. All these are locations. And then there is also Nairobi main store, if I'm not wrong. There is store main, the one for the Nairobi. So you can set up these people in their respective locations on the employee profile, where the items should go for the requisitions. Now let's go to the warehouse and see we approved direct procurement, approved low value, and then there's one item that went directly to the warehouse to be sent because it was available on stock. So the warehouse person will come to inventory. When you go to inventory, and then he will see all the items on the dashboard here to receive or internal transfer. So when you click on them, you will see all of them that were supposed to be received. See, the spectrometer is here. So when it comes to the warehouse, just validate it. Then it will be validated. To ask him, please upload the quality assurance template. There is a document for quality assurance they fill for the item. So you'll come here, edit, and then add that document here for quality assurance, wherever it is, and then save. After saving, validate means I'm receiving these items in the store, and then click apply, so it will go to done. So you have received the spectrometer one piece into the warehouse. You have also attached the quality assurance. If I go back to the dashboard, there's still one remaining. I open it. Maybe I receive it again as a warehouse person. It was the headset outer phones. Remember the one that we did force value and direct procurement. So you will upload the quality assurance document, save, validate. If you validate, it will go to done there. Now you can also print the document here. For mine is not printing, but you can print it into the soil and document them, or file all the document of the receipts from here. Just click on the receipt and then you print it. So that's how the warehouse person receives the items directly in the warehouse. So you'll always see them, whether it is a direct transfer, you'll see them internal transfer here. A receipt, you'll see them. Receipts means from suppliers, internal means transferring from the warehouse to another place. So that is it. That's how the warehouse person will process the transaction. And if you want to transfer, maybe just without going through procurement, you just want to transfer one item to maybe a staff or department, what you'll do is you'll come your internal transfer and click on these three dots and then click on planned transfer. So what we need to do is just to select the person who we're sending to, John Samuel Warui, and then operation type, we don't touch it, and then you come here. Where is it coming from? If it is Nairobi's main store, just type main store. It is there, main store. And where is it going? If it is going to ICT department, just type ICT. We don't have ICT. I think they will create it in the main. It is there. Let's say we have let me just search more and pick one. Let's say it's going to CEO's office. Just select it, CEO's office there. And then you add the items that you want to send to CEO's office. If it is a chair, just select the chair. And then in demand, put the items that you want to send to the CEO. Save. Once you save, mark as to do. Check availability. Check if it's available on stock. If it's not available, it will not move. To just remain check availability. But if it's available, it will check availability. Then you need to validate. Because of course I won't validate it because it's not available to in stock. Once you validate, to move to done, it will have moved from main store to CEO's office, and the person who picked it is Warui, or the person who is going to have it is Warui if it is a chair. So that's how the inventory person will move items in between the warehouses. The other thing is the inventory person has the stock cart report. Click on stock part. You can select the period 2020 from the day to day, the products that you want. You can select multiple product that you want to see the inventory, and then you can also select the location from here, or leave the location, so it will pick all the locations, and then he will export to PDF or export to Excel. So I need to put the location. So let me say I want the stock for main warehouse, then export to Excel. Okay, I have an error there on my local, but on your server it's not, there's no error. So that's how it looks. I just done a PDF that the stock cart moves this item, date to, and then location where it is, and then input, output, the balance. So it will always show whatever comes in, whatever goes out, and the balance. You can also print the stock cart report. Just click on print from there. Then it will print the printer is available. The other reports available, we have also inventory evaluation report. It will show you the item and then how many are available on hand and the value. The value can only happen if you give us the costing for these items. Now you can see the values available. And then another report that is available is forecasted inventory. Whatever is painting coming on the way, and then whatever is going to come. So it will show you a report, such a beautiful report like that for the item. And when it is going to come on February, we have this one that is coming, and then that we have that is coming, one quantity, 22 quantities, one quantities, like that. So you can group by dates. You can select per yearly to show you every year, 2020, 2021. The forecasted report per quarter, it will show you a quarter, this quarter 1, quarter 2. Per month, to show you this month of April, this is the forecasted stock levels for each month. So it was the highest in the month of March at this point. So that is it, the forecasted report. So that's part of the report that are available. There's also product moves. Now I'm done with the inventory. Maybe say you want to do stock update, stock tech, you just click on inventory, come to operations, and then we have inventory adjustments there. You create an adjustment, you say maybe this is February adjustment, February adjustment, and then I'll say I want to do adjustment for main location, Nairobi main store. For the product, I can select the product, or I want all the products. I just want the whole products in that one. So I'll create the inventory. So I select the item, this one. I put the how many are they on hand. I say the one that I counted are 4. I save. I create another one. Which item? That one. How many are they? I save. 2. I save. I create another one. That way, I say which item I want. That one. I say they are 1. I save. And then once I do, I validate the inventory. So once you validate, it will move to create the inventory. So that's how inventory adjustment or stock tag is done for all the items. So you have the stock tag for that one validated. As far as inventory warehouse is concerned, 2 is the purchase department. Remember all those quotations that we created in requisition. When you are doing requisition action, they also come here. The one for global is here, the one for direct procurement is here, the one for open tender is there. So they are created, and they also, you can find them here, those quotations. Now as procurement team, you can select and also print the purchase orders. To print all of them. 2, you can also select them as procurement team, and then there is action, purchase order Excel report, print Excel, and then you can see it just by downloading it. Save. Now you can see the report from there, purchase order report. Okay, it's in Excel. Now you can see default code. Remember the report you gave me, client, pagod, all that down there. Quantity, product title, procurement street, method of procurement, method of scoreboard, that one, up to the end. You can always see them, the procurement report that you want. So that's as far as procurement is concerned. I showed you how you do the first low value and then the direct procurement. Now let's see, we want to process the tender. The tender is processed here. It's in the open tender vetting. So first of all, we have the agreements, purchase agreement. So the moment you do a purchase requisition and then you select open tender or restricted tender, it creates a purchase agreement. Like the one we did was for this one. You can open it and see the item was that chair, circular. So what you need to do is just to come here and then confirm your purchase agreement or the tender from there. Once you confirm, you come to orders. Now you open the tender vetting, you create one. So you just need to select the tender committee members. It will be, so these were the members for the committee, and then the tender reference was that T04. Let me just confirm it is that one. Yeah, it is for particular chair, T04. And then the evaluation date, we are going to evaluate at this date. Now from here you save, and once you save, you send invitation. I need also to provide details. So this is the question. Please provide details for responsible tender committee location and evaluation date. The location I didn't put, so I come here and then I put the location is in Embakasi or Kirdi conference room. Save and then send invitation. So it will go to the state of send invitation, and then it will send also the alert, the email to these people that you are invited for or tender opening for this tender, with the link for this tender, this particular people. So it will send an email to all the tender members that you have selected here. And this work, Mark can also delegate to one of the procurement team to do it when it's open tender, to input all the data in the system. So it has moved to send invitation. So what you need to do now is, if I just click any button like approve evaluation to tell me what to do, please add vetted suppliers call lines. So we assume that you people went and said, you discussed about the tender, you came up with the points and all that, the suppliers sent, the suppliers that were pre-qualified, you have them on paper. So the same person who has been voted to enter the information in the system about the open tender will come to that tender. You can just come here, orders, and then go to open tender vetting, and then you see that tender number. It is this one, the one that was at the conference room. Then he will have to add those suppliers and the points. So you just click add a line here, select the supplier. Maybe this first supplier was this one, say enterprises, adventure enterprises, and then the price is selected. We suggested was 1,200. Technical, we gave him 10. Finance, we gave him 100. and then total is let's say 110. Those are total points, so which is the same as total points, the total for all this, and then the points awarded. Maybe there was some weighted average, you can say it was 34, and then the weight for each, you can say it was 1. So that is it. And then the rank of this supplier, say is rank team 3, and then you save. You can add still more, another supplier that you vetted. Say it was the next supplier was Farm Adventures. Again, you put 10. I say 20, and then finance, you gave him 78. Total was 10, 20, 30 plus 78 to 118. Say the total points by the weighted average, you just supply them. We will not just make them manual because that's what you wanted. And then the rank for this one was number 4. Let's say number 1. And then save. So from here, the same person will come and approve evaluation to tell him, please upload the tender minutes. So you need to upload the tender minutes here. Select the tender minutes. It's here. Those are the tender minutes. Save. And you save or approve. Again, we have not vetted the suppliers, so we need to qualify the suppliers. This was number 3. I will fail this one. This one failed. I click set to failed. I click OK. To tell him, please supply the reason why this supplier has not been shortlisted. I will close. I will edit so that I can supply the reason. The reason is, maybe let's know, points very low. So you need to give the reason because it will send a notification to the supplier when you click set to fail. So if you are about to send an email to this supplier indicating why she didn't make it to be shortlisted. So this is the reason that will go. So I'm going to say okay, send the email. So it's going to send the email to this supplier. We'll see how those emails look like. So it's sending the email that the reason as to why you have failed is because the points were very low. So it's going to send all the points. So even if you have 10 suppliers, you have to vet them on the board. Some you shortlist, some you'll fail them at all costs. So it has done, it's gone to the state of failed. So I will save. If I save, it also shows failed here. Now this other one, I need also to vet him. I'll say this one was shortlisted. So all the ones that are shortlisted, also you do that, it will also send an email to them, plus an email to all the tender committee members, the one we selected. That this guy here has been shortlisted in the system. So it's going to send an email to all the tender members and this supplier, particular supplier. We see all those emails again. So you can see now this one is shortlisted, this one is failed. So I will save and then I'll approve. To say, please, you are supposed to upload the won supplier signed agreements. So I also need to set one who is won out of all those that were shortlisted. Maybe there were 10 of them. So I will say this one is the one that was won. So I just click won. Sorry, this is the one that was won, but I need to do professional opinion first. That's why it's telling me please do professional opinion for the one that is won. So I'll come here. First of all, I'll supply his agreements, supplier agreement. I select it from there, save, and then I will now approve the evaluation. So it will go to professional opinion. Approved first, and then the professional opinion has to wait through the board. He will get a notification in his email. Open it. After opening, he will vet it. Vet the whole operation. Remember, it's sending the email to all the tender members and also to the responsible person, the one who created it. So that now, so it's gone to approved. Now you see it's professional opinion. The professional opinion will get an alert. Click on the alert. It will open this board here. And then again, he will click on professional approval. It will tell him, please, you are supposed to upload your complete professional template before you proceed. So the professional person opinion will upload the template here. So once you upload the template, you save. And then you click approve the professional opinion. So it will move to approved professional opinion. Then next will be the CEO. So again, when the professional opinion has uploaded the template and approved it, it will send all the notification to this particular people, the tender members plus the responsible. The tender members plus the responsible. So it's going to send the email alert to all of them. Let it go. and then get that alert. So you can see it goes to professional opinion approval. If you look at it, still again showing them. So from here, the CEO has to approve, and then say, before the CEO approves, to tell him, please, at least one supplier must have won the tender. Please ask procurement to correct this on the scoreboard line. So procurement team, or the person who has been delegated to do this work, he will come to the one that was won and then click set to won. So it is going to send this supplier that is CEO who has won this tender, and also send all these people that this guy has won this tender. So it's going to send all the notification to them. So once you do this one, final person to approve is the CEO, and now the procurement team can create a purchase order for this particular goods for this particular supplier. It's very direct. It's very easy to do that one. So it's going to go to won, you can see. So meaning this particular vendor, Affirm Innovative, won this tender. Now you can see it will also change here to won. If I just edit and then save again, now it shows won. But the others it will show failed, the others that failed to show shortlisted and failed and all that. Now from here it has gone to the CEO. The CEO will click approve, and then it goes to CEO approved. So once the CEO approved, now the procurement team or the person who is delegated can create a PO to the supplier. So the CEO will approve, and again it will send the email to these people, all of them. We see how the email looks like. So it has gone there. Now from here, the procurement team or the person responsible can say close the tender, and then from here, for this, the one that was spawned, you can see now create PO is here. Just click on it, and then to load the PO form with the supplier and all that information of the items that he was supposed to buy. I'm going to delete this one. So what you need to do is just to put the price 2,000, maybe say that the price on that, save, and then confirm the order, and then that is it. It has created the order. If you want to see the orders, you just go to orders, and then you go to purchase orders. It is there, Affirm Innovative. It's there, the purchase order, all of it. So you can also send the same order to the supplier by email, and from there the warehouse person will have a receipt on the warehouse dashboard for this particular item, whether it is a vehicle or whatever. It is already on the dashboard of the warehouse. Like I told you previously, it is there waiting to be shipped. If you open it, you see it's that item waiting to be shipped. So that is exactly the whole procurement process. And I also like that maybe the finance team will also be included into this. So when the stores person has received the items, he will print the document, the picking list of the item. That is the item he has received. Like this one, if you want to receive it, he will have to validate. It will ask for quality control, edit. I'll add that quality document control, the one we have filled, save, and then validate. If you validate, go to done, and then he will have to print this shipment transaction to the printer. It will go to the printer, and then attach to the packing list and everything, and send to the warehouse. Or the other option will be, this is the one that were the internal transfer you are supposed to do for the arm. Remember when we did the requisition one was the internal transfer. So still here you can edit. If this is not the right warehouse, you can edit and then change the different warehouses, and then all you need to do is just to check if it's available, and then validate. It will move from here to CEO's office. Okay, that was for the internal transfer. So he has received it. You print that list. After printing, he will attach with the packing list and the other document, and the finance team can now come in procurement again, and then see those orders that are in purchase order state. So if they want to pay for those orders, they just select the supplier. Can check the supplier. They can check the item that you're opening it. If it was an open tender, it will show it was open tender. And then here the item is here, the price was this and all that, VAT and all that, the total was that, the VAT was that. So what they need to do is just to create a bill from here by clicking create a bill. So once you create a bill, it has, and then save it. So they need to go to the second quotation that is in pure state, this one here. They also create a bill, the finance team. Come back here, then come to this last one. They also need to create a bill, only those that are POs. So once you create a bill, all the bills will be in the accounts. So I just come here, and then I go to invoicing or accounting, and then I go to supplier invoices or bills. I'll see all of them here. I should be able to see all of them here. Okay, vendor bills. So I open it. Okay, yeah, that's what. But in the live server, you see all of them. So what you need to do to pay for them, if this is the one you are going to pay, just open it. Maybe the finance person, the person who has been allocated to pay, he will open it and just click post. So when you click post, it goes to that posted, and then you register the payment. Click register payment, select the means of payment, whether it is bank, we put the different bank means there, whether it is KCP or whatever you do with each bank. If it's not there, give to Dan will be able to create that bank for you, and then select the bank, the amount you want to pay. You can also pay less. If you pay less, the invoice will remain open. Then just click validate. So you validate it is paid. So that invoice is paid. If you go back to bills, it shows that that one is posted and it's also paid. You can also print the receipt, if I'm not wrong. Just click here and then view it. Once you view, you can print the payment receipt from there and give to the supplier if they want a payment receipt. So that is the whole process of procurement, right from the requisitions to the different types of procurement to accounting. Hope you have enjoyed. If any question, you can always ask Dan or the ICT team, Tama and his team, William, the other Waluse and all the others. You can ask them and then they give you direction. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.